This is my basic, no frills, heading out the door, fresh facelift for the day. The whole idea is to kind of look like I'm made up without actually being made up. A lot of these gals who get ready for the premiere or wherever they're gonna go, they look like they have no makeup on, but they spend 2 hours in the makeup chair to look like they have no makeup on. But I also noticed here in LA, like, less is more. Every gal during the daytime really doesn't wear a lot of makeup. So now during the day, I literally do like 5-10 minutes on my face. And then at nighttime, I put a little bit more effort into it just to kind of glam it up a little bit for night. So I like to just start off with my moisturizer. I love Cetaphil, and it's super cheap. You can get it anywhere. I always start on my chest first. I have a really great facial lady, Violet, over at Belle Visage. She always taught me to start with your chest because it is as exposed as the rest of your face is. I always do it in an outward circular motion. Thank God my mom really taught me a good sunblock regimen. I have also very oily skin, so it's really hard to find a good product where like your makeup will stay and it won't like end up running. So I found this really great product by DDF. You can find it at Sephora. It's actually a matte finish, and it's the Photo Age Protection SPF 30. I just love it. And again, I add this to my chest as well, working my way up to my face. Yeah, obviously you want to be pretty liberal with the amount, but at the same time you don't want to do too much, so you end up with the Casper. We're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of lip stuff here. So next I'm gonna put on my eye cream. I put on the eye cream at night, and I also do one during the day. I have one that is the SPF in it, and then I also put on the Fast Response eye cream by MAC. It's really good to kind of lay a foundation for your makeup. I'll just kind of put on a really light foundation. I have this really great foundation brush. The first person to ever actually use a foundation brush was Marilyn Monroe. When Max Factor used to do her makeup, he used to use a foundation brush on her, so there's a little Hollywood factoid for you. I just go through and dab a little bit on like the areas that need it. And I use this kind of stippling motion like so. The stroking motion makes it go on a little bit lighter. You gotta make the makeup face too. You can't not put on your makeup without making the makeup face. I'm sorry. It's just too hard. It's just, you gotta do it. So then I always take my finger and kind of blend out the edges. I don't have any circles under my eyes, luckily. I mean, unless I'm like really tired. I just use a really great thing by Yves Saint Laurent. It has a little bit of a pink tint to it, because anything that has purple under your eyes, you want to add pink to it to kind of counteract. I just use one click under each eye. Another thing I learned from the Yves Saint Laurent people is that you really need to constantly clean this brush, because otherwise it can smell like feet. Luckily I cleaned it lately. So I'm just gonna kind of blend that in. Hey, don't make fun of my face. Okay. Like so. As you can tell, I'm a huge MAC user. 1, it's reasonably priced. 2, they recycle all their products. How fabulous is that? And 3, I used to work for them, so I have a little bit of loyalty to them. So that's how I learned a lot about makeup. This is their mineral powder. It's basically translucent powder just to kind of set the makeup. And like I said, I'm really oily, so I have to make sure I set my makeup. And again, this is just kind of like bare necessity. I'm gonna add just a little tiny pop of color on the apples of my cheeks. Everyone's always like, apples of your cheeks, what the hell does that mean? There's no apples on my cheeks. I basically smile and then see how this part on my face becomes raised. So I just dab a little bit, working my way out into the in. How about them apples, huh? Obviously, I need to blend this as best as I possibly can. I don't want to look all 80s like choo choo. I have a really huge problem with getting like raccoon eyes because I am so oily that mascara comes off on me really easily. But I don't like waterproof mascara because I feel like it gets really hard and tar-like and it kind of dries out my lashes. So I found this really great mascara from Maybelline. It's called Unstoppable. It has a fantastic brush, first of all. And second of all, it goes on beautifully. I open my eyes and just kind of wiggle it down to the bottom of the roots and lift up. Wiggle and lift. Wiggle and lift. I always notice there's this like goopy part at the very end of like the mascara brush there. I use it. Run it through it side to side on like that. And then I go back through and I work it through. This is when people really do the face eye. It's kind of scary, right? The goop at the tip really comes in handy to put on the bottom lashes. We're almost done. I have my eyelash curler. So I go ahead and just wiggle my lashes in there. And you kind of want to tilt it up a little bit so it doesn't have like that crazy L shape where it's just like, ah! So last but not least, I've just thrown a little bit of lip stuff. Again, it's MAC. This fabulous color called Blankety. Love it. I'm just going to finish up by putting in a little bit of lip gloss because you can never have too much lip gloss. Not only that, but it smells so good. It's nice. It's nice. So I got my purse and did my makeup. That's my 5-minute face and I'm headed out the door. Thanks.